What's up, Nerdjink Nation and fellow gamers out there? I'm your host, Russ the CEO, and in today's video, we're reviewing the cloud gaming platform Boosteroid. Boosteroid reached out to us and gave us time to test out the service for you all, so I'd like to say thank you to their team for reaching out. Now, to be honest, I knew absolutely nothing about Boosteroid prior to my review, but after they reached out to us, I did some digging to learn more about them prior to testing them out. Well, what I found was really good information. It turns out that they recently partnered with Microsoft, and this brought many new titles to their platform. So I decided to learn more, test out their service, and play as much as I could in order to give you all a comprehensive review of the platform to help you make a decision if you're comparing this to other services like Amazon Luna or GeForce Now. In this review, I'm going to provide you with my honest thoughts on the platform. I'm also going to give you an overview of my experience. I'll talk about the library of games, performance, and who I think this platform is for. Now let's begin our review with a general overview of the service. Boosteroid is a cloud gaming platform that provides you with access to many popular titles that you can play in your web browser, Android device, or television. Cloud gaming seems to be increasing in popularity lately, and if you're someone that doesn't have the latest gaming PC or like to have access to your PC games on the go, then Boosteroid is a service you may want to check out. At around $10 a month, Boosteroid services are relatively inexpensive. You can also get a slight discount if you choose to pay for your membership on an annual basis. For this price, you'll have access to Boosteroid's library of games, unlimited gaming session time, access to games on any compatible device, and play games at 1080p and 60 FPS. The unlimited gaming session time alone is one key aspect that seems to separate Boosteroid from its competition. Now, all you need to get started with Boosteroid is to choose what device you'd like to play on and test out your internet connection. There's going to be more on this later as we talk about the overall gameplay, my experience, and performance. For now, you can use almost any controller with Boosteroid, but it's recommended to use either a Sony PS4 DualShock 4 controller, Microsoft Xbox One or Series X and S controller, the Logitech F310, F510 or F710, or a Google Stadia gamepad, which are good for those of you that are looking for a new solution after it's shut down. Now that you know a little bit about Boosteroid and have the right equipment, let's talk about what you can play. Now, I was very impressed with the library of games that you can play with Boosteroid. There are a wide variety of popular titles that you can play for free. Some of my favorites were Fortnite, Fall Guys, Rogue Company, Call of Duty Warzone, CSGO, Destiny 2, and Genshin Impact. Even though there are a variety of titles for free, there are many that you can pay for and play as well. You will need to set up an account with Steam or the Epic Games Store to have access to both the free and paid games. But once you set this up, you don't have to worry about having any issues in the future. As far as paid games, you'll see popular titles such as Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, Death Stranding, Dead by Daylight, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Stray, and much more. While writing this review, there are many titles that have been added, and it seems that Boosteroid is actively working to increase its library of games, so I'll be sure to update you all in future videos as new games become available. Now, there is no shortage of games to play. As I've said before, I literally went into Boosteroid's platform with zero expectations, so I'm glad that there were so many titles that I was familiar with. Now let's talk a little bit about my experience playing the games on the platform. Now, I tested out many games to get a feel for the platform, the performance, and the overall connectivity. With any cloud gaming service, your overall experience is primarily dependent on your device and internet connection. So before you get started, I recommend doing what I did and testing out your connection by using Boosteroid's speed test page. This way you can test your connection and set up to prevent any issues later. This brings me to something I also enjoyed about Boosteroid, and that is how available they are to answer your question. If you are experiencing connectivity issues, you can reach out to their support team for help 24/7. Now, some of the games I played for this review were games I've played before, like Destiny 2 and Rogue Company, but also tested games that I was generally interested in, like Genshin Impact, and I was very impressed with how smooth the overall experience was. If your connection begins to slow down, you will see the game reduce in graphic fidelity, but the reason for this is to keep the game running smoothly at all times. I only experienced this a handful of times, and overall it really wasn't that noticeable, so I do not think this will be a deal breaker for anyone. I was concerned about how Boosteroid's platform would work when playing online heavy games such as Rogue Company and Destiny 2, but if you are worried about it, I'll let you know that you shouldn't be. As long as you test your internet connection prior to getting started and receive a good score, you shouldn't have any issues jumping in and playing games with your friends. The overall gameplay is smooth. Even though I am primarily a console player, I really enjoyed the experience of finally getting to play games on PC, and I see why so many people enjoy it. Now, I did have some challenge getting used to a keyboard and mouse for some games, but again, that's Nothing on Boosteroid, that is just me being a complete noob. Another thing I enjoyed about Boosteroid is not having to wait for an available server to play. Boosteroid will provide notifications on the home screen if they are having any type of server issues, but as I said, I really didn't experience any issues hopping into a game and playing for hours. Now, I did use a wired connection, and this is primarily what Boosteroid recommends, but I did test the connection using my Wi-Fi and was still able to jump in and play without very many issues. Most of the games I played were locked in at 1080p and 60 frames per second, but you do have the option to decrease these settings if you'd like. Since you are playing on a remote PC, you can go in and adjust the game's display and graphical settings, but this really isn't any plus or minus for Boosteroid, as you are still bound by the requirements of the individual game. Now that I've let you know my thoughts on the platform, I'll share my personal thoughts on who can benefit from this. I think it's obvious that someone like myself can benefit. Someone that owns a PC or laptop but their device is not quite powerful enough to run the latest games. Boosteroid helps provide users like me with a way to play these games with my friends without spending thousands of dollars upgrading a PC or buying an entirely new computer. Now, even if you are someone that already has a gaming PC, I still feel as though you may also benefit from using Boosteroid. It is a great way to access games in your Steam or Epic Games library while you're away. Since the service is relatively inexpensive and there are no contracts, there isn't a big commitment on your end either, and the overall setup of Boosteroid only takes a few minutes. Now, if you'd like to give Boosteroid a try, you can sign up using the link in the description. After reviewing Boosteroid, we did decide to sign up as an affiliate, so if you sign up using our link, it does help support this channel and allows us to bring you more great content like this. Thank you so much for watching our review of Boosteroid. Have you tested out Boosteroid? Do you have any questions, or is there more you'd like to know about the service? Let us know by leaving a comment below this video. I plan on making much more content about this service, so any questions you have will really help us out. While you're down there, be sure to give this video a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. If you'd like any more video content from us in the meantime, check out my vid on the best games to play on Amazon Luna, or my list of the 5 most emotional video games of all time. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next video.